Hello YouTube, CivilianSnowman here, and now it's been ages since I've done a DVD and Blu Ray update, or a video for that matter. I'm kind of in the middle of a transitional period. I actually started a new job today, so I haven't really had time to film anything since I saw Kick-Ass, and obviously you saw that review go up. But I did go and see Kick-Ass a second time at the cinema. I went for a night out, started with Kick-Ass, and then it was on to the clubs. It was a really good night, so go see Kick-Ass because it's awesome. Anyway, on to the update. Right, I'll start with the Blu-rays and then move on to the DVDs, so let's just launch right into this. Okay, first, there's kind of a big group of Blu-rays I got over the course of like 3 or 4 weeks. I got the Toy Story on Blu-ray, as well as Toy Story 2. Obviously, I don't really need to say much about these because they're absolutely fantastic. I mean, the films I grew up watching, saw them when I was a kid, absolutely loved them, and still do. I also ordered, because it was cheap, it was £10 on Amazon, Ratatouille on Blu-ray. This is the Blu-ray and DVD combi pack as well. I always go for the combi packs if I'm given the choice, so there's that one. And of course, when it was released, I got Up, a film that I really want to love, and I do love most of it, except for like the third act kind of thing. Okay, next I got a group of zombie movies on Blu-ray as well, starting with Zombieland, which is a lot of fun. It's a great film, a kind of a love letter to the zombie genre, essentially. It's very kind of self-referential and knowing and all that stuff, but it is a great enjoyable film. So, and it looks good on Blu-ray as well, so that's Zombieland. I also picked up the new release of George A. Romero's Day of the Dead, which, as you can see, comes like the Dawn of the Dead release. It comes with like 4 different covers. As you can see, there's 2 of them. It's 2 discs. The first disc is a Blu-ray, and the second disc is a DVD of special features. It also comes with a comic book, Day of the Dead Degeneration, as you can see there. So all in all, it's a great set, and to be honest, even though people say that, you know, it's not that much better than the DVD and stuff, it is the best that the film has ever looked, and it's one of my favourite films of all time. It's definitely my favourite Romero zombie film, and yeah, it's a fantastic set. So I highly recommend any fans of Romero zombie movies pick up these sets on Blu-ray because they are really nice. And that brings me on to the other Blu-ray I got, which was George A. Romero's Survival of the Dead. Now this is a really weird film. It's kind of like an independent movie that he did. It's weird almost because it doesn't really keep within the rules that he set up for his zombie franchise. I really didn't care for this much. I mean, it was okay, but you compare this to his work on Dawn of the Dead and it's just amateur. It really is. The story is pretty shit. Some of the characters are quite good, and I think the worst thing about it is that it has potential to be fantastic, but it ends up being a cliched kind of mess, and there's barely any zombies in it, you know. What are you doing? He's obviously fallen in love with the idea of smart zombies. This is set like, I think, 2 weeks after the initial outbreak, and the zombies are fucking brainy, you know, and it just doesn't work that way. You know, he established rules in his previous films and he should stick to them. Survival of the Dead, though, for any fans of Romero's films, I do recommend you pick it up and check it out because, you know, it's a new Romero zombie film, so you owe it to yourself to kind of check it out, even though don't go in expecting anything as good as his others. There's the back of it. But it is worth checking out of curiosity because, I mean, it's dirt cheap on DVD and stuff, so I'd pick that up. The final Blu-ray I got is Michael Haneke's latest film, The White Ribbon. Now, I haven't watched this yet, but I've heard that it's his best film from some people, which, you know, is just like a bold statement, but apparently it's his masterpiece, and I'm very much looking forward to watching it. It's about a small village on the eve of World War I, I believe, and like evil stuff starts happening, like pranks and murders and stuff like that. And I'm really kind of looking forward to watching it because I'm a big fan of Michael Haneke, and I'm really looking forward to see what he does in a new film. Like, after really tackling Hollywood head-on with Funny Games, I really want to see what he does after that. So yeah, that's The White Ribbon. Now on to the DVDs. The first set I got is a box set, and it's the Pedro Almodovar box set, which contains Volva, Bad Education, Talk to Her, and All About My Mother. Now, I've only seen one of these films. Here are the cases. Look, there's Volva, Bad Education, Talk to Her, and All About My Mother. All About My Mother is the only one I've seen out of these, and it is fantastic. I really enjoyed All About My Mother, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing the rest. Pedro Almodovar is definitely a director I'm looking forward to discovering his body of work, because if it maintains the brilliance of All About My Mother, then it'll be fantastic. So yeah, that set, the Pedro Almodovar box set, I highly recommend to, you know, kind of film fans out there, because up to now it's awesome. I also picked up Manderlay by Lars von Trier. This was £2 in Morrison's, and my mate Liam, DVD Weasel here on YouTube, has been raving over Dogville, which is the prequel to this. I haven't seen Dogville, but I'm planning on getting it very soon. But I thought for the sake of £2, I'd buy this so that once I've seen Dogville I can just dive straight into Manderlay. So I can't really comment on it, but I am looking forward to seeing it because it's Lars von Trier and I really do enjoy his films. The next DVD I got is a documentary called My Kid Could Paint That, which is a really interesting one about this child genius artist who paints these masterpieces. And the documentary crew go there to film her painting, and it's through their presence that they begin to get suspicious over whether or not her parents are painting, and she's just like the face of it all. So it turns into kind of a conspiracy, and it's really enjoyable, and it's fascinating to see how the actual presence of a documentary crew can, you know, affect the outcome of the documentary itself. So I highly recommend any fans of like that kind of documentary, like the King of Kong and stuff. I highly recommend My Kid Could Paint That. I thought it was a really interesting doc. The next two I got, I can't really comment on because I got them recently and haven't watched them yet, but there are a couple of Brian De Palma films. I got Blowout, which was recommended to me by DVD Weasel. He says it's one of his favourite films, and apparently it's the film that convinced Tarantino that John Travolta could act, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. And the other is Dressed to Kill, apparently De Palma's homage to Psycho, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing that as well. I am a fan of De Palma, although I prefer like the other movie brats like Coppola and Scorsese, but I'm looking forward to discovering more of De Palma's work and seeing his career, like, because I've only seen a handful of them. So yeah, these should be good to watch. Now for some DVDs I imported, the first of which is 12 Angry Men, the Region 1 Collector's Edition, again recommended to me by DVD Weasel, and it was really cheap on Amazon. Actually importing this was cheaper than getting the Region 2. This was like £5 all in all. It's about a courtroom case where all the jury want to convict a kid of murder, except Henry Fonda, who, you know, is adamant that they should give him a fair trial and stuff. So yeah, 12 Angry Men looks like it's going to be a cracking thriller. The only thing I don't like about this DVD is the fact it's in a very silly recyclable case where you can poke holes in it and damage the cover. I will never wrap my head around the fact that they do that in Region 1, but yeah, other than that, looks like a nice set. I also got some Criterions, the first of which is one that my old work friend Stuart recommended and challenged me to watch, and that's Wings of Desire. There you go, never seen it, about angels in Berlin, so I'm looking forward to watching that. Looks like it could be really good. Bruno Ganz is in it, obviously from Downfall, he played Hitler, so I'm very much looking forward to getting that. And the final DVD I got, another Criterion, is Jean-Luc Godard's Breathless. Which way am I holding it here? There we go. It's a gorgeous set. I really enjoyed the movie. Thought it was a bit peculiar, but it had a really kind of rustic charm where there was no kind of Hollywood sheen. It was all just obviously done on the cuff. Like, they didn't have permission to film in Paris, and you can see that people in the background looking at the camera and stuff. And it's just a really charming movie, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's Breathless. So I hope you've enjoyed this DVD and Blu-ray update. I do apologise for the fact it's been so long since I've done a video, but like I said, I've been really busy recently. But thanks to all you guys who, you know, kind of stick by this channel and rate, comment and subscribe. You're all absolutely brilliant. So thanks again. This is CivilianSnowman signing out. I'll see you later. Bye.